Ready to open the hood? UseTool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
In order to change the oil, you will have to purchase an oil filter, an engine flush, and an oil can. You can find the recommended parts and products in the video description, as well as a link that will tell you the type of oil and the amount needed. Turn off your engine ignition, engage the parking brake, pull the hood release and open the hood. Open the oil fill plug, which will allow oil to flow as you change it. Before draining the oil, we recommend adding an engine flush to the used oil in your engine. This will help unclog your engine and get rid of any persistent residue, reduce your consumption of oil and fuel, and reduce your emissions when it comes time for a vehicle test. Before using it, start your vehicle for 5 minutes so that the oil is slightly warm. Then add the product and let your engine turn over slowly for 10 to 15 minutes. Once the product has been added, do not drive your car. Make sure to change the oil immediately afterwards. In order to drain your vehicle's oil, you must first jack the front of the car in order to access the drain plug. Jack the front of your vehicle and set it in 2 jack stands. We strongly suggest watching the video, jacking your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. Next, you can remove the plastic crankcase if there is one in order to access the drain plug. Now you can see the drain plug. Unscrew the drain plug with a 19mm spanner. Start the process with a spanner and finish by hand. Be careful as you finish unscrewing, as the oil may spurt out without warning. In advance, you'll need to prepare a container to catch the oil. We suggest you watch another of our videos, how to make a liquid collection container. When you drain oil, you also need to replace the oil filter. To collect the oil in the filter when you remove it, position a collector container under it. Remove the engine cover. In order to access the oil filter, it is necessary to remove the boost control solenoid valve. Remove the holding screw from the fixing plate on the solenoid valve using a Torx T30 screwdriver. Finally, release the solenoid valve so that it doesn't get in the way when removing the filter, using a socket wrench, a long extender and a 32mm socket. Free the oil filter by turning it anti-clockwise until it starts to turn easily. Finish unscrewing the canister by hand. When it comes out, turn it upwards to avoid spilling oil.
All parts used in this tutorial are supplied by our trusted partners. These partners also help us create as many video tutorials as possible. Check them out in the description below.
Remove the filter, levering it off with a flathead screwdriver. Using a thin enough flathead screwdriver, remove the 2 O-rings on the filter guide rod. Take out the rubber O-ring, which is located under the rim of the flange. Clean the filter canister with brake cleaning fluid and a rag. Take a new filter in the drain plug that can be found in the filter box. replace the seals with those provided in the new filter box, taking care to properly oil the surface. Insert the new filter into the canister. You should hear a click, which tells you it is locked into place. Rescrew the canister by hand until it's fully in place. To tighten, use a socket wrench and a long extender and a 32mm socket. Careful with this kind of oil filter, the new joint can be overly thick, making the actual tightening process more complicated. So make sure that the flange washer is flat against the metal engine support. For this step, you can also use a torque wrench that has been set to 25 Nm. Put the solenoid valve back, screwing the fixing foot in. Put the engine cover back in place. When you change the oil, it is advisable to change the drain plug that comes in the filter box, along with all the necessary filters to service your vehicle. Then screw the drain nut back in. Start by hand, then finish off using the 19mm spanner. Now it's time to put oil back into the engine. This must be done carefully and precisely. Firstly, put the crankcase back in place, then lower your car back to the ground, since the oil level can only be checked when the car is on a flat surface. Begin by putting 90% of the suggested amount. This will leave you a large enough margin to adjust the level of oil appropriately. In the video description, you can find a tutorial on the exact quantity of oil recommended for your car. Close the oil fill plug. Start the engine and let the car run for 30 seconds. This will allow the oil filter to fill. Remove the oil gauge and wipe it down. Plunge it back into its sheath, remove it again, and check the oil level. The optimal level is near the maximum, but be careful never to go over it. Based on the level indicated on the gauge, adjust to reach the optimum amount. Operation completed.
Hi, it's Theo from UseTool. I hope this video has helped you a lot in your car maintenance. We will be super grateful if you could spread the word so that we can produce even more tutorials. Simply give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us boost the channel and help the whole community. Thanks a lot and have a great one.